Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video, and today we are gonna be tackling the Bahrain Grand Prix. So we're just gonna get our setup on the car here and head out straight into qualifying. It's gonna be a full qualifying session this time, not just a short qualifying. So we have to somehow get out of Q1 here. We are currently at P19. As you can see, I already set a lap time earlier for 1:35, which is not great around Bahrain. Already 2 tenths up on that lap time. Trying to get a feel for this car here. It When I was driving this car, it felt a little bit better than it did in Australia. Just the handling and could get a little bit more pace out of the car. We are still struggling on the speed down the straights here, but overall it did feel much better than it did in Australia. Mainly because I think because we brought a few upgrades to it, few downforce upgrade, a minor downforce upgrade to the rear wing, so it gives us a little bit more stability here. Going through the corners can get a little bit more of a better exit. It's not going to be a great lap, but we are in the green here, and so we come through the final corner here down the main straight. Let's see what our time is, and let's see if we can get out of Q1 here. It's a 1:30.1, which is decent enough, and it does put us in P15, and Hubert is in P16. So we're gonna head back to the garage, and we only got 37 seconds remaining on Q1. We're just gonna fast forward it, see where we land. Hopefully we get out of Q1. And let's scroll down here, and it looks like we do. We hold on to P15. Hubert is in P16, so both of our cars move forward to Q2. So we are in Q2 here. It's gonna be the first lap out on Q2. Let's see where we end up here. I'm not too sure about my chances in Q2 here. Basically because we're going to be going up against cars that are much faster than us and higher up in the development tree here. But let's try our best. See where we can land. At least gain 1 or 2 positions here. Because we are actually in P15 now, which is a really good starting point. We get our choice of tires, and then we can actually go ahead and try to get some points in this race, and hopefully avoid mistakes like we did in Australia. And as you guys saw, Hubert got a 1:30.7, and not a good lap from him at all, and it's not going to be a great lap from us too. As you guys saw, it was a sloppy mistake coming out of that corner there. It's kind of a tricky braking zone there. Bahrain's known for that braking zone. You can just lock up and can ruin your lap. But we do get decent exits coming out of these last few corners here, and it just gives us an extra boost. Maybe give that slingshot effect going down in the straight. Help make up for that lack of power. But let's see here. We're going down the main straight here, coming towards the end of the lap. Looks like it's going to be another 1:30. Yep, it's going to be a 1:30.2. So we do worse this time than our Q1 time. So just going to head back to the garage and see where we're at. So that places us 11th, but I'm pretty sure there are several cars that have not gone out. We're gonna put on a new set of softs and head out again. And as you guys can see, we're already 4 tenths up on our previous lap time. And yeah, we'll just try to do at least a little bit better this time around on this flying lap. Like I said, no big hopes for Q2 here. I'm just happy that both of the cars got into Q2, which is a great achievement. This time around, better exit on this corner here, and we do get DRS. We use it. Better exit, better speed down the straight line. Hopefully this helps us to get a better lap time here. Yeah, and you can see the mistakes just racking up a little bit there, but still, we are in the green. I do get a much better exit coming out of this corner, and do make up some time there. But could have been better. Could have been better. But let's see. As we come down to the final corner here, going down the main straight, and let's see what our time is. It's gonna be a 129.6, which is good, but not good enough to get us to Q3. We are in P14. Hubert is in P16, but we are ahead of an Alfa Romeo. Well, at least we are ahead of one car, so I'm happy with this qualifying performance. I'm thinking of going for a very aggressive strategy. Go for that two-stop. Start on the softs here. Try to extend that stint a little by a couple of laps at least. Um, get onto the mediums. And hopefully this strategy helps us to, if we get a good start, helps us to gain a few points here. So it's lights out and away we go, and we do get a good start, and we jump the McLaren of Sainz and the Racing Point of Stroll, and we go down the main straight onto the first corner side by side with the Renault of Esteban Ocon, and we are on. Oh, we do gain the position there. For a second there, I thought I'd had to back off, but we do jump 3 places in the first corner, itself, and we are in P11. So you guys are gonna have to watch the replay view of this, because I made the rookie mistake of not turning on my recording software until about the 13th lap. So I'm sorry about that, but I will try to keep you informed as much as I can. But let's enjoy the race for now as we ride on board with Daniel Ricciardo, who's chasing down the McLaren of Lando Norris. Well, it was a very good start for us, but still the first lap. We do need to try to keep our nose clean here, and maybe try to chase down the Renault of Daniel Ricciardo, because we do get a better exit. We are very close to Danny Rick here. Maybe we can try to make a move going down the straight, going on the outside here. I think we can make a move here. We are still on the outside, and we do get ahead. We swoop around the outside, get a much better exit than him, and we are up into P10. And next is gonna be the McLaren of Lando Norris. I do not know how I'm keeping up with them in the straights, but it just might be the slipstream effect here, and I am using a lot of rich fuel there and some ERS, but we are doing good here. We are doing very good. And as Daniel Ricciardo tries to make a move on us on the inside, but he does, and yep, he makes it stick. He got enough space, and I thought he was going to back off from that move, but he had enough space on the inside, and he did a better job exiting the corner than I did going on the outside. Lost a little bit of traction there, and he won up me. He got the position back, so he won up me. So we're back down to P11, but we are in a very good, very good position here to actually come away with some points. P11 on the first couple of laps is not that bad, and we are still right behind Daniel Ricciardo, and we do get a slipstream off him. We do have better exits on like sector 3 on this track here. But on the straights, we do lose a little bit of time to him, but we do make some back in the corners with our new downforce upgrade. Not a whole lot, but some. Just keeps me in the hunt here. But as you guys can see, the Mercedes are in a race of their own. Lewis leads from Bottas, look miles ahead. Just that lone Ferrari in P3. I think it's the Ferrari of Leclerc. But yeah, they are in a race of their own. So I'm just gonna ride on board with Charles here, get a good view of the Mercedes domination, and Max in P4, who is now chasing down Charles. And on to the next lap we go, and we do get a nice exit from that corner once again, and we try to get a move on Daniel Ricciardo again on the outside. We just about squeeze him out there, and we do get that place back. But this is the main straight. He might have he has the engine power to come back at us here, so he might actually try that, but not this time. He's a little too far back. He might try to send one down the inside, but he does not. He usually, it's Daniel Ricciardo, king of late braking. But on the second straight, he does get us just that engine power. Oh, he does not get us. I thought he did just for a second there. Try the same move one more time, but we do get better traction coming out of that corner than we did the last time around. Oh, but then he makes a little bit of contact with us on our rear left tire. Just nips his front wing there. But we move on here in the race, and you guys can see Lando Norris has come into his pit stop, and so are the other Ferrari of I don't know whose Ferrari that was, but in front of us we have the two Red Bulls of Albon and Verstappen chasing down Sebastian Vettel. So Vettel has not pitted yet, so hasn't Hamilton. Hamilton is way out in front. So we move on to the next lap, and we are going to come into our pit stop, the first of 2 pit stops. We're going to get on the mediums here and hopefully try to chase down and maybe get into the points. And as you guys can see, I did make some changes to the team colors, and now everyone is yellow. My pit crew is bright yellow. So I might be doing some more changes to the color scheme here. It's not looking too good. I did get some comments about the car livery as well, so stay tuned for that. And we come out of the pit lane and we get into a tangle a little bit here with K-Mag. And as you guys can see, we've come out ahead of the McLaren of Lando Norris and the 2 Renaults, because they are stuck behind the 2 Williams, and now we need to get past K-Mag, and we do get past K-Mag after that initial tussle a little bit there. We did bump wheels, but we are getting really lucky this race. We got past the back markers real quick, and now Ricciardo and Norris, who were in front of me, are stuck behind 3 back markers, which gives me some time to put in some decent lap times and maybe extend that gap a little bit. So we are definitely in the hunt for the points today here. We are definitely in the hunt for the points. Hopefully I don't make any more mistakes or make mistakes like I did in Australia. But as you guys can see, Ricciardo and is that Latifi? I think that was Latifi, or one of the Williams, they're having an almighty tussle out in back. Um, and there goes Lando ahead, gets past one Williams, and now he needs to get past the other Williams and the Haas. But that's some fine racing going on back there. Um, yep, they're still behind the Williams and the Haas, which is good news for me. Just lets me increase my lead a little bit more. Put in some decent lap times here, but we were doing okay. And as you guys can see, Hubert is on the softs. I think he started on the softs, and he's getting chased down by Alex Albon. And as we come on, in front of us is going to be the second Haas. I think this is going to be the Haas of Grosjean. And yep, we are back with the onboard view. And you guys can see the lap times and the lap numbers. Finally, we're actually in P13. This is lap number 11, and Hubert is in front of us. I don't think he's pitted yet, but there's going to be a whole bunch of people who's going to be pitting. And as we go for a move around the outside again of Antoine Hubert and try to get past him before he goes into his pit stop, we do get a much better exit coming out of this corner, and I think we will have DRS going here. Let's ride on board and let's find out. So we do get DRS. Well, we don't have DRS. Sorry, forgot. We get into rich mix here. Try to get a move on down on Antoine here, as we go on board with Antoine, and you can see around the outside I come again, and looks like it's a good hunting spot for us around the outside of the final corner, and we do get Hubert. So we are getting some overtakes done this Grand Prix. We're doing much better than we did in the Australian Grand Prix, which was pretty dry, to be honest. But now we have an AlphaTauri in front of us, and I think that's going to be the AlphaTauri of Daniel Kvyat. I'm going to chase him down. He's in P11, we're in P12. Let's try to get ahead of him and hopefully make a move. Again, this Sector 3 is my favorite hunting spot, was my favorite hunting spot in this race. Just the feel of the car was great. Got a better exit coming out of these corners. We do touch just a little bit on his right rear tire, and you guys can see just lost a little bit of my front wing there. But as we go down the straight, again around the outside, much better traction there. Cut him off, and we get a better exit. And as Antoine Hubert, he flies into the pit lane, and Danny Kvyat is trying to get a move done on us, but he can't. Not enough space. We block him off, and we hold on to that position, and we are up into P8 at the moment, with everyone flying into the pits. So we have the Alfa Romeo of Giovinazzi in front of us, and then Albon in P6. But it's gonna be our current pit stop strategy. Gonna come in at lap 18, so we have 4 more laps to go. I don't know why the pit window showed up right now. Just gotta accept that and just move on. Try to keep that comfortable gap behind us with Daniel Ricciardo in P9 there. So he's going to be in the back of me pretty soon as Kvyat flies into the pit. So it's going to be a fight for points here between myself, Daniel Ricciardo, and Lando Norris. This is a gorgeous shot. I just wanted to include that in this video. There are some great angles in this year's F1 2020 replay mode. And as we come into the pit lane here on lap number 18, we're going to be on the softs one more time. This is going to be our second and final stop. So hopefully it's going to be a good pit stop. Messing up my words a little bit there. But hopefully it's going to be a good pit again. Hopefully it's going to be a good pit stop. I'm having trouble with my words again. But we do get ahead, and we do come out in front of Daniel Ricciardo and Lando Norris. So Good news for us. So we keep our position, but now we are getting chased down by Daniel Ricciardo and Lando Norris. That gap has kind of disappeared a little bit, but not really. But if I'm making mistakes like this, it's gonna be gone pretty soon here. And as you guys can see, Ricciardo, just 2 tenths behind me right now, just gaining on me, and he's gonna make up that time pretty soon here, because he's gonna get DRS here down the main straight, more engine power, and get that slipstream. So I have to defend this position because I know he's gonna launch one down at the main straight, and there's nothing I can do there but try to go around the outside, maybe gain that position back. We do get some more traction on the outside, but no, we don't get the position back. He closes the door on that. As you guys can see, I try to force him down to the inside a little bit there, but it's to no avail. That Renault has a lot more power than I do, and a lot more downforce on the main straight, just a sitting duck. But we do get DRS here behind Ricciardo, so we'll at least try to keep on the back of him and not let him fly off into the distance, because we are actually down in P11 right now, and that, my friend, is not a points paying position. And as we move on to lap number 21 here, we come back at Daniel Ricciardo, Rich Mix, using ERS, trying to go around the outside. Didn't try to go around the outside that time. Not trying to. I did not try to go around the outside. We get DRS one more time here on the main straight. As you guys can see, I'm not making up any ground here. Even with DRS wide open and ERS, I try to send one down the inside, but yeah, that was quite a risky move from me. And it kind of lets Lando Norris close up to us a little bit more. And on to lap number 23, and you can see Norris just trying to send one down the inside here, and around the outside we go, and we do lose a lot of traction there. I'm not learning from my mistakes here. It's the same move Daniel Ricciardo pulls on us and pulled on us earlier, and as you guys saw there, Norris just all over the place there, and we're lucky not to lose our front wing. But going on to the next lap, we send one down the inside, try to get that position back, but we have to go off track, and Norris hangs on to that position just a little bit there. We almost touch, and yeah, on to the next lap here, lap number 26. We've closed the gap to Norris once again. Now we're going to try to go around the outside this time. Late braking, and we might have just pulled it off, and yes, we do. We have that position back. We're up in P11. This has been one hell of a race with a lot of overtakes, and it's definitely getting more interesting now as we chase down Daniel Ricciardo, who has been struggling to get past Kimi Räikkönen here, and that has played to our hands quite nicely, because now we're just, I think, within a second as we get DRS here of from Räikkönen, and then Ricciardo finally gets past Räikkönen. So thank you, Kimi, for holding up Ricciardo there and slowing down the traffic, because I think Kimi's on a one-stop. Yep, he's on his hards, he's on a one-stop. And Daniel Ricciardo, for the past few laps, he's been really struggling to get past Räikkönen. But down that main straight, he does get the move done as we ride on board with him. Gets DRS, rich mix, I think, and just, pure speed there, straight line speed, and gets that move done. So now we are chasing down Kimi Räikkönen, who is on a one-stop, and we are on better tires and the faster tire. So this is definitely getting interesting towards the end of these towards the end of this Grand Prix. It's definitely getting interesting as we try to make a move on Kimi, and we're not that close to him yet. We're still a bit too far back. We are gonna try to get closer to him here. He's better at pulling ahead of us on the main straight, but in the corners, as you guys can see, he just loses a lot of time, and it allows us to really close the gap to him. but if I'm gonna get a move done, it should be now, because I'm running out of laps. I'm kind of running out of battery and fuel here. I'm trying to keep up with him, and also trying to keep Lando Norris behind me. Um, Two faster cars, and we send one down here, and we do make contact with Raikkonen a little bit here, and that was not my intention. We do get the position, but that was not my intention. Norris tries to make a move on us, and he loses part of his front wing. Oh, geez, this is a chaotic last lap. This is a chaotic last lap. I make the move on Raikkonen. I make contact with him, but no penalty there. Lando Norris tries to move on me, loses a chunk of his front wing, and as you guys can see, my steering wheel is just turned right all the way. I wasn't trying to intentionally take him out there. He just couldn't get out of the way, and I couldn't get my car moving in the right direction, and we do hold on to P10. We don't get any penalties for our multiple incidents. Last lap, and we score our first points in Bahrain with a chaotic final lap. That was that was interesting to say the least, because well, I kind of punted the driver and made the other guy lose his front wing. Don't think Lando or Kimi is gonna be too happy with my driving, but the stewards, oh, no penalty for me. So we do hang on to P10. We do get that 1 point. You'd think I'd be fighting for the championship with that move and this kind of desperation, but it's just 1 point. But it's 1 point nonetheless, and it's our first point as a team in F1 2020. And as you guys can see, Hamilton with a comfortable victory, and Mercedes with another comfortable 1-2, and Leclerc in third. And we still can't believe we got some points here, but we are in P10. That was one chaotic final lap. Norris tried to send one down the inside there, and sorry, the outside, and just lost his front wing. I didn't move, he just couldn't stop his car, and yeah, he lost a bit of his front wing as we end in P10. Yeah, I did get a lot of positions this race. We were an overtake machine this race, actually. So it was definitely an interesting race. And yes, the car was just sticking to the track. We did get better exits off the corners. The downforce upgrade just working for us. But thank you guys for watching the video. Thank you for tuning in. If you haven't already, like the video, subscribe to my channel, because I'm going to be putting out much more content in the upcoming weeks here. We're going to do much more of F1 2020 My Team, and F1 2020 My Career mode will be coming too. But thank you guys. It's been it's been a chaotic and wonderful race, to be honest. And for those of you who've made it to the very end here, I appreciate you guys watching my videos and supporting me. Thank you guys again, and I will be back again for another video, and another My Team video will be up shortly.